This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Welcome to Bark and Swagger on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Jody Miller-Young, and we're here at the Fabulous Furbaby Cotillion.
Yes.
Right, the fourth one. It's a 2-night, 3-day affair here at the Abacoa Country Club, and I'm here with Laura Souza. This is her production, G-Girl Productions, and tonight is International Night. Welcome, Laura. I'm so excited to be here. Tell me all about this and how it came to be.
I am so excited that you're here. I'm just absolutely thrilled. Tonight is a really fun night. This is International Night. And what that is each fur baby chooses a country that they represent. It could be any era, any time. So you may see several Paris. Now, Gia here she's Meow China. So this is an absolute replica of what they wear for their ceremony wedding dresses in Mao, China. So each one of the dogs are going to be, first, they're going to be judged on their behavior, how they act, if they're happy, if they're enjoying it, and then on the fashion. So that's basically the judging of tonight.
Mm-hmm. What goes into creating something as elaborate as what Gianna's wearing? It is phenomenal.
Gianna has her own designer, which is Shenanigans, so you definitely have to speak with her. Shenanigans does all of the events for me, and what we do is we speak a little bit and say, okay, you know, what do you think she should do? What do you think would be great? For this particular one, I said to Nanette, do whatever you want. Any country, just tell me what color. I don't want to be the center of attention. That's why I'm not dressed in a country. I'm just in an evening gown. I wanted the focus to be on the fur babies because that's what G-Girl is about. It's about first, number one, promoting the rescue. Second, there is this entire world of fabulous designers that do fur baby couture. And then the third is the camaraderie, the girls getting together, having fun, being at venues where you normally can't take your dog. And then the fourth, I throw the contest in because what are we going to do? Look at each other for 4 hours?
Well, we could love on the doggy.
Right. So I throw the contest in as the fourth. But the real focus is raising the funds for canine rescue and also to showcase these fabulous designers.
How many dogs do we have participating this year?
This year, I think there will be about 70 tonight and probably close to 100 tomorrow night. So if you win a title, you've got some really big competition. It's not like you're going to an event and there's 10 dogs in a contest. Not at all. You know, we did the homecoming and that was a smaller event. There was 65 dogs in that.
And do you have any divas in terms of the fittings?
Well, you know, the biggest diva, of course, is Gianna. But as far as we have our girls who want to win, I'll tell you that much. And then we have the girls who are just, I'm having fun with my fur baby, you know. And but yes, there are some divas coming, and you'll be able to spot them out.
Okay.
There are some here that are in it to win it, but you know what? They are in it to win it, but they also open their pockets and really give. I want to thank all the designers. The live auction stuff we got is phenomenal. The raffle table is the biggest I've ever had, and that's all 100%. The brunch, the vendors are giving a percentage to the rescue. So we hope to raise between $6,000 and $10,000 for the rescue this week.
Wonderful, wonderful. How far in advance do you start planning this?
The events, I start usually 3 to 6 months. So right now, this was finished a couple weeks ago. Now I'm already on to my Charlotte event in North Carolina. And that's going to be fabulous because that is the Magnolia Masquerade Ball. Any era, any time, any theme. So that's really going to be fun.
Well, we have somebody announcing their arrival.
Yes, isn't that the truth?
I know you have a ton to do, Laura. Thank you so much for stopping by. I can't wait to experience it, and thank you.
And thank you so much. We love Bark and Swagger, and I'm just so thrilled you're here today.
Thank you so much. See you in a bit. We're here with Jonathan David of Lap of Luxury Dog Spa. Groomer to the stars here tonight, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
And you're with your own baby.
This is my baby. This is Gidget. Gidget is my little Yorkie. She's 6 years old, and she is wearing Shenanigans. Her dress is kind of like an Italian Victorian kind of design, little European mishmash.
Got it. But representing Italy tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, she's like a little Long Island, Italian girl.
I think I'd like to say she's more like a Tuscany type of girl. Something a little more exotic.
That's true. But you got to hear her talk. She's got that little Long Island accent.
That little screech in her bark.
You know what a Long Island girl sounds like.
Hey, I'm a Jericho girl.
Right. So Gidget she's kind of like my baby that I use in all the events that I go to. She's a wonderful model. She loves modeling, and she loves coming to these kinds of events.
I can tell she's got attitude, this girl. She's looking at me out of the corner of her eye like, are you okay to be talking to my daddy?
She's very protective. She's my muscle.
I can totally see it. Tell me what is involved in prepping a dog, one of the stars here tonight, like your dog, for a night like tonight.
Well, it's actually a much longer process than you realize. See, we start out and we do a shampoo and a conditioning treatment. I did a hot oil treatment on her first. We flat ironed her ears. She got her hair cut yesterday, and she got freshly blown out again today for the special event. It takes about an hour and a half of actual cutting to get her all prepped. And tomorrow, I didn't do her all the way up tonight because this is the introductory, event. But tomorrow, she's going to have all her jewels, her lashes. She's going to be coiffed. She's going to be done to the nines, canines.
Her lashes?
Oh yeah. If you see Gianna, she's got her little gold and silver eyelashes on tonight. She's going to have I'll let you see tomorrow what she's going to have.
I can't wait. How many hours go into this?
Well, tomorrow, because she has a very special dress, she's wearing boots, jewels, rhinestones, lashes. We're going to do about 2 hours of prep on her.
And how long has it been since you started to see this sort of turn where dogs are taking modeling that they would do, the owners would do here and there, to a whole network, a whole community of these dog models and their dog parents who get together for these enormous fashion shows?
Well, I can tell you, I've been grooming for almost 30 years, okay? And I started in New York. And the trend started with carrying your dogs in a bag. That's where it began. They became a little bit of an accessory. In the years since, I've seen it go a step further and further. And then I've been down here in Florida for 7 years, and that's how long I've known Laura. And her events have evolved from a group of friends who got together to have a good time all the way up to an event like this entire weekend. So it's been an evolution. It's definitely grown. The industry is booming. I mean, there are carriages, there are, the pet carriers, there's clothing, there's jewelry, there's the creative lashes, the colors. I mean, it just gets better and better every year, and I think we still haven't even quite tipped the iceberg yet.
I think you're right, because they're becoming more and more like a combination of our babies and our beauty pageant, adolescents, right?
There are fur babies, right? I mean, they are the second generation of children. A lot of times it's the only children. A lot of times it's the children have left the house and mommy and daddy need a new little baby, but they don't talk back.
Yeah, that's my situation. I've got 4 times. I've got it. I see this very much with the New York Pet Fashion Show. The New York Pet Fashion Show is, I think, in its 13th or 14th year, and I've watched that evolve, and it has become something that people come from all over the world to participate in and to cover. Mm-hmm. And I've watched the designs get more and more elaborate and serious. There's an incredible amount of creativity.
That's definitely a good point when you said serious, because it started as sort of just fun and lighthearted, but the designs have become so meticulous. I've seen the beading on some of these guns hand-stitched that have taken, 80, 90, 100 hours to create these elaborate designs. And the people, it went from just being like, hey, I'm going to do this fun thing with my dog, to this is what my dog does. I mean, my dog has a career of its own. I mean, I was saying earlier, Gianna has more followers on Facebook than I do. So the dogs take a life of their own, and the people sort of are their chaperones now.
Exactly. Don't feel bad about that, by the way, Jonathan. It's art. It has become art, and I look forward to seeing all of the beautiful art tonight and tomorrow night. Thank you so much for talking with us.
My pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks. We're here with Neely and her adorable dog, Charles Barkley, who you might know from Instagram because he's an Instagram star. Outright. Hi, Charles. Hi, Neely.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Tell us a little bit about Charles and how many followers does he have now?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. And in fact, I have my profile, the Diva Dog Mom, and then I made one just for the Diva Dog so people could hear it from their mouths too.
Well, he is being a really good sport because he has an incredible costume on. Tell us a little bit about this amazing, is he Spanish?
He's actually French.
Okay.
French bulldog,
Yeah,
French outfit, of course.
makes sense.
So Marie Antoinette era, 18th century. Shenanigans designed his costume.
Fantastic. And do you know what went into making this?
A lot. It's very detailed. She does phenomenal work.
Fittings and all, just like a normal...
And it was a little bit difficult. This is the first one she's designed for us when we've lived out of town. We just moved about a year ago. So there was a lot of mailing back and forth to get the right fit. But since she's designed for him before, it wasn't too difficult.
And how does Charles like dressing?
He loves getting dressed up. He knows when he gets dressed up, that means we're going somewhere where he's going to get attention.
And who doesn't love that? So tell us a little bit about what you did to prepare to be here tonight.
Well, of course, multiple days. There's multiple outfits. A lot of research on the eras of France to determine which one we were going to do, and then getting my costume to match his, of course. So,
Well, good luck tonight. Have fun, and I look forward to seeing more of Charles.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Neely. Tonight wouldn't be what it is without really the passion that Laura has for rescue and giving back to rescues. And for the past 2 years, Canine Rescue has been the recipient of every dollar that comes in around this event. And I'm here with Barbie Yance of Canine Rescue and her little adorable puppy mill survivor, Stuart, named after Stuart Little. And we want to know all about the rescue. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Tell us about Canine Rescue.
Canine Rescue started in 2005 so that we could work with puppy mills, backyard breeders, high-kill shelters to get the dogs to families and they can learn to have a life. We get the throwaways, the sick, the injured, and make them whole again. And the families that we adopt to are absolutely amazing. And they're all over the United States.
You are an angel, and they are as well. And I know from what you speak as a mom to puppy mill rescues and the challenges that go with that, but also the joy that I know I get when my dogs are living the life and smiling and happy.
That is correct. We see the ugly, the dreck of the earth, but we see the good side of people. Our dogs are wonderful, wonderful dogs, and they know they've been saved, and they have something to give back to humanity.
They absolutely do. There is an absolute difference that I've noticed with a rescue dog in knowing that you have saved them. There's
That's
a different...
correct. That is correct, yes.
Right?
I've been doing it for many, many years, yes.
Yeah.
It's there.
The way they, like my dogs, it's like they appreciate everything. They keep coming back to tell me I love you.
They do. This one is bonded to me so well. Many, many, many nights we got up to make sure he was still alive. He was having seizures and had to be tube fed, and so it was like having a very, very sick newborn baby.
Yeah, well, you are an absolute angel, Barbie, and thank you for all the work you do.
Thank you.
Where are you located and how can people find you?
We are in North Augusta, South Carolina, and they can find us at www.rescue1.org.
Fantastic. Bless you and welcome.
Thank you so much. We're glad to be here.
Thanks. We're going to take a break, but don't go away. There's more fabulous fashion, fun, and rescue for you at the 2017 Furbaby Cotillion. Go refresh that beverage, and we'll be right back.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back, right after we kibble a little with our sponsors.
I love cleaning the litter box, said no one ever. Luckily, there's World's Best Cat Litter, the litter that promises less mess with less litter. Only World's Best Cat Litter uses the concentrated power of corn to quickly trap odors in tight clumps. And quick clumping means you never have to chisel or scrape the box. Less cleanup with less wasted litter? That's a litter bit amazing. Save $2 on World's Best Cat Litter. Visit www.saveonworldsbest.com.
When I adopted her, she was a mess. Scabs, itching, licking, missing fur, hot spots, a thin, dull coat. So I take the dog to the vet for the standard run-of-the-mill tests and treatments. No results. I hear your advertisement on the radio.
DINOVITE.com. 859-428-1000.
So I get the 5-pound box of Dinovite and the Lico Chops within a 4-week total. Instead of a German Setter, I have a German Shepherd. Sheba is 105 lean pounds of shiny, smooth, happy dog for life because she gets fed Dinovite. And the results, they're just incredibly outstanding. And she loves it. When you rescue a dog, you have to do the right thing. You've got to feed him right for life. Do the Dinovite. Dinovite for life.
859-428-1000. DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
I snuck to the back of the room because the silent auction is going on now, and I ran into Vicki Anders with Kismet, and their costumes were so wonderful. I just had to stop and say, "Can we talk?"
Sure.
Hi, Vicki.
Hi.
And I recognize Vicki and Kismet, too, from the New York Pet Fashion Show, where they won what last year?
It was 2 years ago. They were runners-up, and he was Liberace.
That's fantastic. Tell me about Kismet and your costumes tonight.
Kismet is a Mongolian prince. His outfit is made by Nanette Duranda of Shenanigans, and it was her idea to make him a Mongolian prince. I honestly think it's the most amazing pet costume I have ever seen in my life. I think it's amazing.
She is so busy tonight. I said, how many dogs do you have dressed here? 5. No, 6. No, 7. She can't even keep track that she is the designer of the night. So have you worked with her before?
Yes, he wore her outfit. He was Elton John at the homecoming dance where he won Prince. And he was runner-up to Mr. Cotillion last year, and she dressed him there also.
And how involved was it for her to make this for Kismet? Did he have to do fittings?
No, she lives in Florida and I live in Maryland. So she has done so many outfits for him that these fit like a T. I mean, it's unbelievable how wonderfully these fit.
So you traveled from Maryland to come here tonight. Have you come every year, or is this your first time to the Cotillion?
This is my second year at the Cotillion, and it is the event of the year.
That is a really great compliment. I love Laura, and this is my first time, and I'm really glad I'm here. Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vicki. When I saw Eileen Zanes walk in with Zizi, it was a no-brainer because Eileen and Zizi are the stars of lots of fashion shows, and they traveled all the way from New York City to come down here for this event. It's my first time, but you've been here before. You were instrumental in getting me here. Tell me what you love about this event.
Well, this is my third visit to the Cotillion, and every year it gets more and more grandiose and more detail-oriented and much more fun, and it gets bigger and bigger. We do not have anything like this in New York. We don't have a venue like this. We don't have a law in New York to pay attention to every detail, to make it so puppy-friendly and to make it so exciting for the humans to participate. And I was the first one of the New York crowd to come down here 3 years ago. And since then, we've had quite a few people come by. And this year, we have quite a few girls from New York. And we're having a great time.
They're really coming from all over. I just spoke with a woman who came from Maryland. And now this has gone national, so it's very exciting. It's really growing.
Yes, as far as I know, there are people here from Texas, from Oklahoma, North Carolina, or South Carolina. I get those confused. Anyway, Laura's having an event in Charlotte, and other places, and
New York?
Hopefully for New York, yes. So we're looking forward to visiting all those different states. You know, Jody, I like to go to a place I haven't been to and take ZZ with me. So that's kind of what we're interested in, traveling to different places. And I think Laura is going to take the formula that she's done so well with here and bring it across the United States. Well, you know, there's 50 states. How many states are there?
There's 50 states.
So there's 50 opportunities to do this.
That is true, and it's just indicative to how this trend has grown so much in terms of fashion, dogs, dressing up your dogs, and fashion shows, dog models, and the designers having gotten very serious about what they create.
Yes, because you know that Zizi's been in many shows. She's walked the runway New York Fashion Week, both on the East and West Coasts. I have a few bragging rights.
You do at this point.
I know. So we kind of have fun, and we're really not into competing in the competition. We kind of come, you know, hopefully for the press and to see our friends and just to have fun.
And it is fun. You know, it's a way to bond with our dogs, and you really see the love for the dogs, and you also see an incredible amount of creativity, which is great for me. It's what I love.
Well, that's what your specialty is. I mean, just you write, you design, you do a lot of different things, and a lot of us that come here also have the same desires to write and to design, and we kind of feed off of each other, and we get a little more knowledgeable and a little more. We just have a lot more fun.
Well, talking about writing, Zizi has put together a bitchy blog, from what I understand. Tell us about it.
So I'm now writing a blog called ZZ Talks, and what it is ZZ's giving a perspective of what's going on in the New York dog community and perhaps in the Florida dog community after this weekend. It's kind of like a ZZ spills the tea, you know, a little shade here and there. Kind of like people tell me I remind them of Joan Rivers. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that, but I'm trying to be gentle. As a matter of fact, you told me to be gentle at the beginning when I told you about it. Although I've been gentle up till now, but the monster is looking to come out. So we'll see. But yeah, ZZ Talks is my little pet project, and I find it very relaxing and a lot of fun. And I know why people like to write now.
I love it. I mean, it's a great expression of creativity, of what you observe in life. People can find you at zztalks.com?
Yeah, zztalks.com. And you can find us on Instagram at @ZZ_poo.
That sounds great.
So follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and definitely go to the blog, and hopefully you'll get a few laughs. It's all about making people laugh and people smile. It's not to be hurtful. It's not to be... But it is, you know, important topics are discussed, like who's hooking up with who in the dog community, that is going on, inappropriate peeing and pooping, different inappropriate places, silly stuff like that. So
it sounds like fun. Tell me about Zizi's costume tonight.
Well, tonight Zizi is wearing a outfit that represents the country of India, Mumbai, and in particular, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful outfit made by Gia Diamond Couture. And she put it together, and it's just a cute little, you know, Indian.
It's a vibrant, beautiful color. It's a Kelly green. It's a sari.
Yes, it's a sari, and it's a little difficult for me to put it together. I'm having a few...
No one has to know that, Eileen.
Sorry, I'm just trying to spill the truth here. But
this is what you can expect on her blog, okay?
Yes, you see, I'm exactly. I'm leading you to the real deal. But yeah, so it's really fun and it's really cute, and she looks great in Kelly green, and it's accented with gold. So I'm trying to accent my outfit with gold, and and we have a little headpiece that kind of goes with it. Rhinestoney with gold, a little bling.
Very cute.
Yeah, well, we try. And basically that's it. I don't think it's a winner, but we're here to have fun and to participate.
She looks adorable. Can you give us a little bit of a tidbit, sneak peek about her outfit for Cotillion?
Well, the Cotillion is tomorrow night, and I had 2 outfits made. I couldn't decide which one. I've been thinking, and the designer is here, and Daniel Purcell of So Doggone Creations, I hope I said that right, is the designer. And she did 2 beautiful dresses for me. And I finally made my decision today which one she's going to wear. It is in her signature color of pink, hot pink. Her fuchsia is Zizi's color, matches her ears, matches her tail. It's quite a presentation. It's not You're going to see it tomorrow, Jody. You're going to say, "Oh my God!" It's when Zizi puts this dress on, she really perks up, and you could tell that she really enjoys wearing it. So that was the reason I chose it.
She knows she's looking beautiful.
And a pet psychic told me that she loves pink, so I know.
Well, there you go.
I know. I don't know what to believe anymore, but I'm going with that.
You always make me smile and laugh, Eileen. Thank you for talking to Bark and Swagger, and look forward to seeing you and Zizi tomorrow night.
Yes, and it's great to see you here, Jody. You know that. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope to see you at all the Florida and all the G-Girl events.
Thank you, honey.
And by the way, you should know that Zizi is a New York G-Girl. She's a member of the G-Girl team, but we live in New York, but we're just as active as we can. And if there's an event in New York, you'll definitely see us involved big time.
Love it. New York G Squad. Righteous.
Cool.
Thank you, honey.
Level up.
So, as I mentioned before, people are coming from all over the country to Laura's Cotillion and Weekend of Fashion and Fun. And my friend Amy Cox is here all the way from Texas and bringing her enormous creativity with her. So I had to talk to her. Hey, Aim.
Hello, how are you? Or as we say in Texas, howdy.
Howdy, darling. So you are all about All American tonight, and that is the country that you chose. Tell us about each of your dog's designs, because you're here with a few of your dogs tonight and your own.
Yes, I brought 5 dogs with me tonight. Actually, one of them is making her debut. No one knew that she was coming. No one knew about her. So she is making her debut.
What's her name?
Her name is Prissy. She's actually registered. Her official name is Miss Prissy Pants. So she's Prissy. She's 6 months old. So she is wearing a design tonight by Danielle Purcell from So Doggone Creative. She's wearing a patriotic scene. My country that I've chosen to represent is the United States. And the dress that she's wearing is, I would call a cityscape. It's got the American Eagle, the Statue of Liberty, some important American landmarks on it.
And, okay, so that's Miss Prissy Pants, whose name I love. Yes. Tell us about Paco Dos.
Paco Dos is a rescue. I've had him almost 2 years. He is rocking red, white, and blue sequins tonight. A one-piece tuxedo by Danielle Purcell from So Doggone Creative again. I had brought back the fabrics from New York City, and I knew exactly what I wanted, and I said, Danielle, I need you to work your magic so Paco can represent the United States and be Uncle Sam. Well, only with sequins, though.
I remember when you found these fabrics, you were so excited, and we talked about it, and now I'm getting to see what you had envisioned and tried to explain to me, and it is spectacular. You are rocking sequins yourself tonight. Tell us about that.
I am. Well, actually, I'm rocking with Paco. It's the same fabric that his tuxedo is made out of, and I wanted just a little bling. I'm from Texas, and it's kind of a genetic thing. If we don't sparkle and shine, then that means we're sick. So I wanted to make sure that I was rocking the bling, the United States bling tonight. So I had a little cape made that matched his tuxedo. I'm his date.
And you know something? You guys look very cute together. Tell us about Penelope, and is Pearl with you tonight too? She is, because you also have to talk about the birthday party, but first tell us about what they're wearing.
Well, Pearl just had her 10th birthday, and she is representing the Statue of Liberty. She is wearing a green dress, complete with a tablet, the book, and the torch, the Statue of Liberty, as well as the crown that has Swarovski crystals on it. I did take some liberty with the Statue of Liberty, and the green fabric that is used for the dress of the Statue of Liberty has got flowers all over it. And I realized that the true Statue of Liberty does not, but like I said, we have to do something different for this event. So
artists, creativity, and you're allowed to take liberties.
Oh, I'm just going to mention Penelope. Penelope just turned 14 years old last week. She is wearing a gown. Again, all of these are fabrics that I brought back from New York that just really inspired me. The city is so inspirational for anyone across the world, actually. But it's red, white, and blue sequins, several different fabrics, and the skirt is made into panels, each tipped like a star. And when you fan it out, it looks like the tips of stars.
Fantastic, fantastic. You never disappoint, Amy Cox. You never disappoint. You'll be able to see what these creations look like on the Bark and Swagger page of the Pet Life Radio site. Thank you so much, Amy, and look forward to seeing what you rock tomorrow night and what the babies rock tomorrow night for Cotillion.
Well, I tell you, you will see us coming. You absolutely will see us walking the runway. Absolutely.
Well, I can't wait. So, Polly, who I met for the first time tonight, is wearing a spectacular gown. Tell us about that one.
Well, her gown is made of a panel of fabric that actually is my inspiration for the country that I chose tonight, the United States. I walked into a store in New York City and I saw this piece of fabric literally hanging on the wall. And I had chosen another country originally. And once I saw this piece of fabric, they literally took it off the wall for me. And it is a panel that is actually taken from a photograph of the Statue of Liberty. It is over 3 feet long. I'm thinking maybe closer to 4 feet long. And on either side of it is red and white fabric that I think represents part of the United States flag. It is then trimmed in over 5 yards of a blue lace. And on the top, it's got red fringe on it. And then there's crystals, Swarovski crystals and beading all over it. And so I started with that piece. I envisioned it in my head. And then I had a lady make it. Dawn Kelsey from Pampered Pooch was kind enough and, incredible enough to make my vision come true with this panel of fabric. And then we created the other 4 dogs from this one inspiration piece. So I'm very proud of it. She is wearing a custom-made crown from Maison de Wolf. Susan McGuire custom-made it for us, for Folly to wear. So I'm very proud of it. Very, very proud of it. I'm sorry. Go United States.
Oh, that is so sweet. You're getting emotional. You know what? You will all be able to see this on the Bark and Swagger page, so look for it, because Amy puts her heart and soul into everything that she creates, and she works very closely with the designers who sew her ideas. And she's become a good friend because I have so much respect for how much she cares and how much she puts into it. You don't even know about Amy's rescue. Amy, the main thing that she does, this is a passion for her, but her main passion is rescuing dogs from the streets of Mexico. And her husband is a vet, and Danny, and they rehabilitate these dogs and find wonderful homes for them in the U.S. And all of her dogs came from her rescuing them. And Amy, you are an angel and a hero.
Well, it's an honor. I feel really honored to have been placed here on this earth. I have found my calling, and many people go through life and they don't know what they're meant to do in life, and I know what I'm meant to do. I'm a voice for the voiceless, and I will fight for them until I'm here no longer.
Well, thank you, and we love you, girl. So it's great to see you.
Well, thank you very much, Jody. Great to see you.
This designer came all the way from New Hampshire. People, like I said, are coming from all over. And she is a regular at the New York Pet Fashion Show. I've heard her name for years. Darcy Klein, welcome, and thank you for talking to Bark and Swagger.
Nice to meet you. Glad to talk to you.
Thank you. So you have designed for a pair of absolutely adorable dogs tonight. Tell us about the dogs and tell us about the designs and the country.
Okay, the first ones are for Kelly Green, and the country is Ireland, and we did traditional Irish folk dance, the solo dresses. So Sophie is wearing the girls, and Jasper has the boys' portion on. And we tried to get them as close to a very old picture that we found of an original dress. So that's based on.
That's really exciting. So do you know anything about the history of this dance that it's reflecting?
My niece is very big into Irish step dance. And we went to see river dance. Her teacher was one of the river dance dancers. She's the 3rd best in the world. So we learned the history of river dance and everything through that. And so I've gotten to really enjoy it a bit, And so when they needed something international, I said, that'd be different. Somebody probably won't come up with that one.
No, absolutely not. And they look great. You'll be able to see pictures of this on the Bark and Swagger page. So, check it out. Are you going to be participating in the New York Pet Fashion Show next year?
I had a grandson born very early this past year, so it kind of, put the plans all around different. And I normally would be bringing my Pippin here to model, but I have to go directly to New York because we're having a big shower for the baby now that he's old enough to travel.
Congratulations. That's wonderful. How long have you been designing, and how did you get into it?
Well, I've been sewing since I was about 8 years old, and I always sewed for my own dogs and dolls and pets and kids and clothes, and we made our own clothes, and, I've altered wedding gowns and stuff like that. I made the outfit that Kelly's wearing also to match and complement the cheese, yeah. I do have another person here wearing my outfits tonight, and then I'll have 3 people tomorrow night. Mindy Gottesman, and she has Chinese Sharpays. So I did an updated Chinese girl dress with ruffles and everything for her. And then her little Dino, he's wearing Mexican, and he's got his little blanket over his shoulder and his sombrero and everything. So, yeah.
They're so creative and so adorable. I just really have a tremendous amount of respect for the creativity that I see. So it's great to finally meet you and to talk with you, Darcy.
Nice to meet you, too. Thank you so much.
Lynn Consovoy and Baxter have won so many awards in so many shows over the years that Lynn is retiring Baxter because there's nothing else for him to accomplish. So when I saw them here, we had to talk. It's really nice to see you, Lynn.
Thank you very much. Baxter is actually very excited to be here in Florida. This is where he did his very first show 3 years ago. He did a Broadway salute show, and we're going to end here at G-Girls in Florida as well.
Fitting, very fitting.
So, considering we're from the New York area, and Baxter's actually been in shows all over the United States, and we start and end in Florida.
Your designs and your vision for these designs are some of the most creative I've seen. I mean, I've seen them at the Tompkins Square Halloween parade, and they have been unbelievable. At the New York Pet Fashion Show, where you took top honors 1 year recently. And where do you get these ideas? Tell us a little bit about a couple of your favorites.
Well, I loved the circus cart because it was colorful, and the dogs all had great colorful and fun costumes. I love the floats. I love the pageantry. I'm a showman, and Baxter has to follow in my footsteps. We just love all the events. Actually, the designers who do the costumes and the props, everything all in one. It's just a lot of fun.
How long does it take you to create some of your more complicated, for let's say, the Halloween parade?
The floats, I'm going to say it takes months of ideas and concept. We don't actually start to make the float until maybe 3 weeks before the events, but we're constantly throwing back ideas with each other. And then when we sit down to do it, about 3 weeks.
Really phenomenal. How many shows would you estimate Baxter has participated in?
If you count all the rescue events, I'm going to estimate about 30 or 40 at this point. Yeah.
Phenomenal. And he's 12 now?
He's going to be 12, yes. He only started when he was 9. We haven't been doing this, his whole life, but we've definitely had fun doing it.
And what got you into it?
I think I just saw an ad at Tompkins Square that said they do a dog Halloween parade, and we said, let's join. And before I knew it, I was involved in the New York dog community. So.
And if they do sweep you up, and, Ada and all of them, there's so much creativity.
Definitely. We just, a few months ago, Ada Nevis did a rescue event in Charleston, South Carolina. Baxter was there with her. He went with her to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and did a rescue show. So we have a lot of fun. We get to travel, too.
Absolutely. Sounds that way. So tonight, and maybe a sneak peek of tomorrow night, tell us about Baxter's costume tonight for International Night.
Well, Baxter won Mr. Cotillion last year, so he's not eligible tomorrow night for that honor. We are eligible to compete for Ambassador. Julie Lancaster designed a very special tuxedo for Baxter. We call Baxter the King of Hearts. Everybody falls in love with Baxter. He's a very sweet dog. So she did a royal flush on the back of his tuxedo, and that's how he's going to represent himself tomorrow night.
Very, very fun. I can't wait to see it. And tonight, tell us about his outfit tonight.
Tonight, Baxter was Arabian Sultan. So his designer tonight was Danielle Purcell, and he wore a gold lame and purple vest. He had buttons that had little globes on them. He had a jeweled belt, a jeweled hat, and he also had a little money pouch, which we said he was a wealthy sultan, so he carried little gold coins with him.
Which he was giving out freely. He's very generous.
Everyone who would stop and look at his costume tonight, yeah.
He's generous. We need some wealthy friends like him.
I think so.
Lynn, it's been great to talk to you. We will miss Baxter.
We'll be there, but we're going to be there on the other end supporting everybody else in the events.
Well, I'm glad we'll see you. Both of you. We'll miss you on the runway.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you. I'm here with a celebrity, Miss Gertie, who won Miss Cotillion last year and looked absolutely beautiful, looks beautiful again this year. She's representing Hawaii on International Night, and her designer, Darlene Hachey, and her mom, Melanie Johnston, are here with me, and we're going to talk. Melanie, you've got a beautiful dog.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
How does it feel to be mom to a celebrity?
It's been just fabulous. We've had such a wonderful year traveling. We've been to New York. We've been to West Palm. We've been to Kentucky. And we've just had a wonderful time modeling on various runways.
You know, it's like a human being crowned Miss America or Miss Universe. For the year that they hold the crown, they travel, they speak, they do shows, etc.
And we've raised thousands of dollars for local and rescues and foster parents, and just it's the most rewarding times we've ever had to be able to go out and pay it forward and reach out to those who need a home or who need operations and raise money for those who are a little under the weather. It's the best.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. It's beautiful, beautiful work, really. I'm here with Darlene. Darlene, welcome. Tell us about this creation tonight.
Thank you. Well, I've been to Hawaii, so I've seen the culture, and they represent what they wear. It's a way of their life to describe in their dance and in their dress their feelings, and the colors are just so vibrant.
And also, there is this sort of spirituality to it because it's a Hawaiian way.
Yes, and it's just wonderful to see. And like the flowers and everything, they're such wonderful people.
Well, you were obviously inspired by the flowers because it's a beautiful, beautiful floral pattern on this fabric. And tell us about some of the other parts of this gown. You've got some feathers and what is this, raffia? Or maybe it looks a little bit like?
It's a type the male would use, like the colors with the shredded flowers type to decorate their outfits when they dance. And they use the plants, a lot of hibiscus.
So it's almost ritual-like.
It is a ritual from way back in their, beginning.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful. And you have how many designs tonight?
I don't really know because they're popping up from previous shows that I didn't know were coming. And I was also the designer for the Miss Cotillion, and we won. I was sitting at home watching, and when they called her name, I'm going, oh my God, because I wasn't here. Just my design was here. And I was shocked because there's a lot of beautiful designers. And then they called Designer of the Year and then Grand Designer. And I screamed because I was watching it live, and I woke my husband up and I said, oh my God.
Wow, well, congratulations. Tell us a little bit about that gown from last year.
It had 25 meters of ribbon on it. It's a sheer fabric with flowers all over it. It's got a design across the waist with a dove, meaning peace. Yeah, and I don't know, fabric to me is nothing. I don't care how much you spend on fabric. it's after you just know you've hit the point where you know it's designed, but it doesn't come to life until it gets on the dog, and it's like, oh my God. It's just the feeling you can't describe.
Absolutely. I know exactly.
And it's all for rescue, Yes. So it's
This is what's beautiful about Laura, too.
Yes. So it's nice. And it's nice for me to come to Canada because I'm a traveler. I love to travel. So.
Well, thank you so much for talking to Bark and Swagger, both of you. And you too, Gertie. And, sorry to you have to pass over the crown with your little paws, but you've done a great job the whole year.
And we're so excited, and we cannot wait to crown the new Miss Cotillion 2017 because we know how exciting her life's going to be next year for her and her mom or dad to travel the world and to represent G-Girl Productions. And it's just going to be an awesome year for her. And so it is bittersweet, but I'm so excited for the new winner, for her to have this new life and to open so many doors for her. It's going to be fabulous.
And Laura's a beautiful show.
She really does.
It's one of the best that I've been to.
She really does. She's very organized, and she has it all together, and I appreciate that. As a journalist, I really appreciate everything sort of being buttoned up.
It's wonderful.
Well, thank you, ladies. A pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with the winners of Mr. International, one of the two big awards tonight. And I'm here with Tucker, who won, and his mom, Diane Israel, and his designer, Nanette Duranda. And we have a lot to talk about, ladies, because Tucker is a very, very special boy. Diane, Tucker's been doing this for a long time.
Tucker has actually been competing since he was 2 years old.
And he's 16 now.
He's actually going to be 15.
15.
He'll be 15 next month.
Wow. And he's beat cancer twice. I mean, this is incredible.
He's a 2-time cancer survivor. His first year was 2014. And then he had another bout with it in 2015. And as of right now, he is cancer-free.
That is wonderful. But this is a very sweet victory.
It is. It's a dream. I've been waiting for a big, big trophy for a long time.
Well, you certainly got a big one.
Yes. I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Nanette, you've been working with Tucker a long time.
I have been working with Tucker for a very long time. He is my number one boy. He is one of 2 big dogs that I designed for. Other than that, I designed for the medium to small. This is my special guy, and so he has loads of shenanigans costumes.
Lucky him. Tell us about this particular winning design. What went into it?
Well, Diane suggested the Matador. She wanted to do Spain, and so I started researching the Matador costumes. I watched YouTube videos about how the authentic costumes are made and what goes into them. So this is like an authentic replica of a Matador costume. I have hours and hours and hours of hand sewing beads and crystals onto this. It took me probably about 80 hours altogether once I started sewing on this one. That was after I did the research to decide what kind of Matador style he wanted to be. He has his little cape, of course. The cape is detachable, so if he wants to go out in his little Matador suit without his cape, but he's going to fight bullies today. Not bulls. He's fighting bullies.
Well, this is something that I talked about a lot tonight. The seriousness with which pet designers are now approaching the craft.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone is a project for me. I research everything. I do sketches. I source the fabrics. We do fittings. We go to Diane's house and do fittings and parking lots. And yes, we meet up in odd places so that we can make sure that it's just perfect for him. And then, of course, we had to add the Matador hat that's like faux lamb fur Matador hat, like the authentic Matador hat, which he is not very pleased with, but I think looks awesome on him.
It does look pretty cool. How did you get involved in this?
I got involved with this because I love Halloween. So I was making Halloween costumes for myself and friends and family. And then when I had dogs in my family, of course, my dogs had to go play Halloween with me, too. So I started making really elaborate costumes for my dogs so that they can dress with me, and built huge floats for the stroller so that they would have all the props, all the bells and whistles. And then friends started asking me if I would design for them, which I didn't do right away, but then I decided that for Tucker, I did Tucker first. He was my very first design.
Okay.
Because he was a boy and we were competing. I had girls and he was a boy, so we weren't really competing with each other. And then from there, I started a business. And Shenanigans is my design label. And Shenanigans has been in existence for 4 years now. So I'm doing that as a business now.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Thanks. Very, very special, ladies.
I'm so happy for Tucker.
I'm happy for him, too.
Me, too.
Congratulations, Tucker. Would you look at how stunning this dog looks? This is Gigi and her mom, Wendy DePinto, and her designer, Julie Lancaster, who won Miss International tonight, one of the top honors. Congratulations, ladies. All 3 ladies. It is a really beautiful award, and it's for rescue, which is a wonderful thing, too. Tell us, Julie, about this creation.
All right, this dress is obviously probably about 10 layers. There are over 1,000 Swarovski crystals on this dress.
Oh, my God.
Yes. From here, all over, applied one at a time on re-embroidered.
I'm coming in between you guys
because on
it's
embroidery
easier.
lace. On embroidery lace.
Wow.
And it is, yes, green. Shows beautiful on stage.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it's color. Color and texture is very important to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this dress screams it.
Stunning. How long did it take you to create this?
I think there's at least 40 hours in it. You know, just because these crystals one at a time. You know.
And did Gigi have to do fittings?
Gigi did a couple fittings. We always provide our measurements to Miss Julie so that the dress fits perfectly. And she's able to carry this dress, actually. She's a bit bigger Yorkie, but the dress weighs about 5 pounds. So she's like, I'm breaking a sweat here.
You've got to suffer for fashion, darling,
yes,
like the rest of us.
Right?
Has Gigi been modeling for
She
a long
has
time?
been in several contests the past 3 years. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. So tonight's her first until tonight, and she has won the contest as Miss Ireland. So, and she's
tired. She is tired. You had quite a few creations.
Quite a few.
here
I think I
tonight,
had
not
about
many?
5 or 6 tonight.
I kept hearing your name.
Yeah. I was like, okay, here's another one.
It's a busy woman.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
But, this is what I do. This is my life.
Absolutely. And as I've been talking about with a lot of the designers I'm speaking with tonight, this has grown.
Oh, absolutely.
This trend of not only dressing your pets, but being very elaborate and doing runway shows. And you've
rescue.
been a part, and rescue.
Yes,
and you've been a part of it for a long time.
7 years.
Tell us how you got involved.
Oh, it's kind of a deep story. I don't know if you have time for that. I actually lost my sister to cancer, and I was a muralist for 15 years. But before that, I did costume, and I did bridal for Mardi Gras. And then after my sister passed away, I couldn't be with her when she was very ill because I was under contract for 2 major jobs. And that was like a wake-up call for me. And it said, you need to do something else. So honest to God, as hokey as this sounds, I laid in bed after she passed and I said, Lord, do me a favor. Get me a job I can do at home. Just get me a job I can do at home. And then I got this weird epiphany to start making dog clothing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do stuff that nobody else has done. Because I've been doing this a lot longer than most of these young gals.
And this is back when?
Oh, gosh, 7 years ago, at least. And I just started and played with it. And the first dresses I made were recycled dresses because my mother-in-law's next-door neighbor was a retired 91-year-old belly dancer, and she had closets full of dresses. And I got all of them, started cutting them, and started playing. I said, I'm going to go crazy. And I just had a blast. It has grown and grown and grown. 2 years ago, I won the New York Pet Fashion Show. I've won Homecoming, and I'm hoping maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But you know what? Honest to God, I'm very humbled. I really am. I'm very humbled. And I want to point this out that every year I do a auction on my Facebook page. That auction, after the starting bid, all the proceeds go to rescue. And I cannot point that out enough to these other young designers that are coming in, that you would not have a job if it wasn't for the dogs. So they have to do their part.
That's absolutely true.
That's
absolutely true.
I think that God gave me a walk, and He answered my prayers, okay? And in doing that, I have to thank Him back, and that's how I thank Him back with the dogs. So rescue is very important to me.
That is a beautiful thing. Ladies, congratulations, all of you. And Gigi, you are a born star. I saw you playing to the camera. I saw it.
She's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned with us for part 2 when we attend the Cotillion Night, the big event of the weekend.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.